cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many, I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day, don't talk about clutch. I got ice in my veins, I'm coated in tray. I stick to the code, I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways.
Let's go. Welcome back to another stream, guys. Welcome back to another stream. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. And I'm like, wow. It's been so long since you guys can see my handsome face. Since it's been a minute since you guys have seen this legend, right? Legend in the making. Welcome back to another stream, guys. It's your boy, Trayvon Suki, and I want to start off with a question, and that question is, let me get to my question that I had. It's, have you ever had a moment where you were, like, living the dream that you've always envisioned for yourself? Like, you just woke up and you were like, whoa, hold up. I'm actually here. This is nuts. This is nuts to me. And like, no more chasing, no planning, like no wishing, dude. Like, you're just literally there and you're just in awe and you're like, wow, this is in front of me. What I've asked for, what I've wanted is just in front of me. And it's a surreal moment. And then you go through this surreal moment and like an alarm clock, like smacking you in the face, you go back to regular life. And that high completely bursts. And then you have to come back home and you're dealing with the same problems, the same responsibilities, like the same people. And you're wondering, like, bro, did I really just come back to this? Like, did I just get plugged back into the Matrix or something? Like, I don't know. This is quite frankly bullshit. This is bullshit. Like, why? This should not be my life. And then, but you just got to face it. You got to be like, wow, like this is life. This is my life. And this is where my head has been since I came back from South Africa, bro. Like, let me give myself a round of applause for that. Hold on. This is like, yo, I just came back from South Africa, and when I keep saying that out loud, it sounds unreal. It sounds, quite frankly, unreal that I was able to live this dream that I just had. So I'm going to leave that question with you. But before we move any forward, what's going on, everybody? If you're new to the channel, my name is Trayvon Suki in the building. And we're here to vibe. We're here to talk about growth. We're here to talk about the lessons learned along this journey. And we're just here to kind of figure out not only what are we doing, but like, what is success? Today we're talking about like, what is success, bro? Or like the ups and downs of success and the things that you don't really hear about, and the things that, you just kind of go through in your journey. You're like, huh? So, like I said before, and I mentioned before, I came back from South Africa a few weeks ago, and it was unreal. Like, I'm standing in the bushland, bro. I'm standing in the bushland in the back, and in my sight is just a wide, vast land of beautiful trees and giraffes and elephants passing by, and drones all around me, and I'm literally in the middle of it. I'm teaching my first international drone excursion, trip, teaching, whatever it is, whatever it's called. I don't really know what to call it right now. But I'm teaching my very first one, and I'm getting paid for it, bro. I'm getting paid good money for a week worth of service. And for me, every single part of this moment is just so surreal, bro. Like, it's absolutely surreal. Like, every night I'm going to bed late because I'm like looking at the stars, or I'm looking across, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. And then some of my students are just like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. It doesn't really start hitting them until as the days goes by, because the travel there to the lodge where we were staying to capture these animals via drone was a 24-hour flight. Well, 24-hour trip. The flight, 18 hours, 16 to 18 hours, depending on where you're coming from, but mostly 18 hours from the US. And then a 4 to 6 hour drive from the hotel when we finally landed in Johannesburg back north to the borderline of Botswana, right? So I'm amped though. I'm amped the entire time because I took this class a year ago. And that's the cool part about it. I took this class about a year ago. And a year later, I'm teaching said class, bro. Like, my mentor said to me, yo, Trey, are you interested? And I was like, of course I'm interested, bro. Like, what? So we were talking about pricing, talking about trip planning, and all this other stuff. But I'm just like, dog, I'm literally getting paid to teach a drone class in South Africa. And I'm like, oh my God. So it was just an incredible dream. Like, if you had told me 5 years ago, and if you don't know my journey, it's totally fine. This is what I'm here to tell you. 5 years ago, I bought my first drone because my boy had asked me, yo, can you come to the park with me to fly my drone with me? And I'm like, what? That's a thing? That's a possibility? Like, there's no way. And he's like, yeah, bro, we're going to go to the park. Dude, a week and a half later, I had impulse bought my first drone, $1,600. And I was just like, well, I'll make the money somehow, all right? I'll make up the money somehow. I'll do what I got to do. But if you had told me 5 years ago, mind you, hold up, let me go even further. That first weekend that I had my trip, the first weekend that I bought my drone and I went out, I ended up crashing it that very first weekend. Matter of fact, the first flight, 3 hours into the flight, I crashed my drone. So I got my crashing immediately out of the way, guys. Like, and that's part I always tell my students, oh, you're going to crash. Like, that's this part of the game, right? You're going to crash, but like, you just keep on going. And it's a good thing I bought the insurance, because I knew myself. I knew that if I had bought this thing, I was going to push it to the limit, and I was going to be like, well, we here now, right? So we're here. So that was just, it's crazy if I'm talking to you guys, like, how life just really happens, because again, boom, buy the drone, boom, I crash almost immediately. And 5 years through the adventure, I'm teaching a class. And What the hell? Excuse me. Hold up. Why is someone calling me? I'm on a. Damn it. Damn it. Hold on, let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Real quick. Cause I gotta finish this story with you guys. You know. When the gal call you, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm helping people build confidence. Like I'm just showcasing my passion for this thing. And like I said, I would have never imagined me standing in this bushland and I'm get to capture just the sights and sounds of what I'm seeing. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And I loved every second of it. I loved every single second of it. So, I'm sorry, guys. Some of this came back up. But now, this is where it's like the high, right? Again, getting paid to do this, doing all these things. And I felt appreciated, bro. I just felt appreciated. I was able to instill confidence and just and a skill set that they will never ever forget. I'm helping them make moments. I'm helping them live moments they would have never imagined. And balancing the different attitudes from different people at different parts of their life. We had professionals, we had complete beginners, and everything in between. And everyone was still like, yo, Trey, this was a sick trip. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, because they don't sound like me. Matter of fact, was the only black person? Yeah, I was the only black person, right? They didn't sound like me, but they were all like, this is pretty lit. People valued me for my experience. People valued for what I knew. I helped make sure that they got the settings they wanted. And it just felt like, yeah, it just felt, again, fantastic to even be there. Like, just humbly give back to these people. I explained all my woes and my learning lessons, my crashes. I was not there and I was not there to be like, yo, I'm better than you. I'm a fly. Like, no, I was just like, dude, I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be here. So this is why I'm so passionate to make you guys capture and gain and earn something that you've put so much money into, because I was just there a year ago, bro. I was just there a year ago, right? So here is where the story gets like, then I come home. Then I come home. Then I come home. I come home, man. I'm 18 hours back home. No, sorry, 24 hours back home. Got to take the flight, the car ride, then I got to take the flight. I'm coming back home, and I'm like, cool, this is nice. Who picked me up from the airport? Was my mom or my dad? I can't even recall at this moment. No, it was my dad. My dad did pick me up from the airport. Come home, and it's like, I've been gone for a week. Azrael's acting up here and there. Given weird energy, like people just let him do whatever he wants for the last week. Like projects are waiting to be completed. Business is waiting. Responsibilities are there. Like bills is piling up. I'm like, oh my fucking God, all these goddamn bills. Family is just being family. My mom is nagging me about dumb shit. My dad is just flopping around. And I'm like, bro, like, what's up with the incompetency, bro? Like, what is going on right now? What is going on? And then I'm like, yo, I'm just being nagged at. Like, it just, every single piece of that energy of being appreciated and like feeling that you're good, bro. Like, I got you. Like, Not even in a sense they got me, but it was just like the respect. I think that's the biggest thing. The respect. The respect was so much there, and I had so much respect for these other people. And I come home, and then the respect is just like, "Who's you? You ain't nothing." And I'm like, dude, I've been busting my ass to get where I am right now. And yeah, that's it, right? Like, just no one cares. No one cares. No one cares, bro. And the people that are closest to you don't give a damn. They care about what you're doing, but they don't actually care about what you're doing. They're like, yeah, you're doing that. And it just reminded me that the people that are closest to you, and most of in proximity, don't really know who you are or what you do. Because when you're on your own path and you're doing those, and you're doing that with your path, the people who intersect with your path are the ones who understand what you do, because you bring some type of value to them, and then consequently, most of them will bring value to you. So you're never like, so you're just sitting there, not sitting, you're just like, cool, like this is it, right? This is the path I'm taking. This is the path you go in. But again, the people that aren't on your path and they see you from the side, and even though they might know who you are because of long-term relationships, they don't get it, and they're not supposed to get it. They're not supposed to get it. So it reminded me of something that, even though you might be on this dream, you might be doing this thing that you're doing, you might be in the middle of your high, but no matter how amazing the experience is, life is still waiting for you when you get back. And as I was doing some brainstorming, trying to put this message together for you guys and trying to put my thoughts together, it was just like, the dream doesn't end. The dream doesn't end. The dream is part of the journey, the path. The dream is part of life. It's just that all good things got to come to an end. Everything has a beginning and everything has an ending, whether it's good or whether it's bad, negative or positive. And life simply resumes. Yo, what's up with all these gnats, bro? That's kind of annoying. Life just simply resumes. It's like that saying that when they say, oh, well, people die every day, life just continues on. And that's a nihilistic way to look at it, but it's a powerful lesson that fun is the same thing. There's just ups and downs on this roller coaster, man. It's just ups and downs on this roller coaster. So success is weird because you're going through the motions, you're trying to figure it out, and things are starting to finally click, right? Like, oh my God, it's working. Whatever I'm building is working. Success feels amazing, bro. The accomplishments feel amazing. The achievements are just like, wow, they're everything. But it doesn't pause reality. It doesn't pause reality, man. But it proved something. It proved, again, that it's working. So you got to continue that path. It proves that's working, so you got to continue it. 1 week, I'm photographing wildlife in Africa. If you had told me that 5 years ago, again, I would have been like, what? There's no way. There's no way I'm capturing my own National Geographic imagery because Nat Geo won't give me a job. But quite frankly, I've carved out my own job so they can go eat one, bro. They can go eat one, and I can capture way better stunning stuff than what they'll send me out to, because I get to capture what I want, not what they want. Not saying, hey, yo, Nat Geo, if you want to give me a job, I ain't gonna say no. But you wasn't gonna give me a job before I did this. Let's be real. You weren't gonna give me a job. So I had to prove it to myself. I had to prove it to myself that I can do the job. And that's what you're doing this for. You're proving to yourself that you can do the things that you want to do and the things that you set yourself to do. That's what you're doing this for. Not for anybody else. Everybody else is just a byproduct. But you're doing things that you wanted to set yourself out for. So, like I was saying, I'm teaching students, I'm living a dream. And then next week, I'm back to regular life, handling parenting, responsibilities, bills, business, the normal day and grind of life. Both are real, but neither cancels the other out. It's just the points of the journey that you need to travel through. Because you can't stay on the, again, you can't stay on the roller coaster forever. At a certain point, you got to dock. You got to get off. To do several things, to use the bathroom, to eat, to replenish yourself. That's what regular life is. It's just a moment to think of regular life as a break in between your ups and downs. All right. So, I'm trying to stay on point for you guys. Bear with me. I'm learning how to do this. It's kind of cool. So now, I got a question for you. What's something that you've accomplished that your younger version of yourself would be proud of? It doesn't have to be 10 years ago. It doesn't have to be 15 years ago. It can literally be the younger self from a year ago. Again, in my case, the younger self from 5 years ago. And I remember saying that, one day I'll fly in Africa when I'm looking at these documentaries, these naked documentaries, and be like, I see these drone shots, I see this. And I'm like, one day that's going to be me. And even my goal, my dream of becoming my own version of Anthony Bourdain, Trayvon Suki. Like, I'm not sure if you guys know who Anthony Bourdain is. That's okay. Go ahead and look him up. I'll get into that to another stream. But I started this journey of YouTube and everything in between because I was like, one day I'm going to be that person, traveling the world, telling stories, seeing the coolest things. My life went in many different facets and directions before I even did that, but I look back and I'm like, I am doing it. Shout out to my man, Peter. We had a call a few months ago about it, and he was very candid with me, and he was like, bro, the problem that you are having is that you're not taking ownership of what the hell you are doing. And I took some notes and I was writing some stuff down. I was recording our conversation, and I was just like, because this guy's dropping gems, but it's hard to digest all this stuff in the moment, right? But I wrote this on my mirror, my bathroom mirror, and my personal mirror in my room. So when I'm getting dressed, and it was just like, bro, take ownership of what the hell you are doing. I wanted to be Anthony Bourdain, right? I wanted to be this guy telling stories, traveling, and doing all this stuff, and no one was going to pay me to do it, but I'm literally doing it. I have the camera in my face. Bro, you guys are talking to me right now with it. I have the camera in my face when I'm vlogging and doing all this other stuff. Like, I wasn't taking ownership of it before because I wasn't getting paid for it. I was investing my money into it. And now it's like, as I'm going through the journey and I'm like believing in it more and more, and I'm finally getting paid here and there for it, I'm like, it becomes more tangible. You start to believe it more. Success breeds success. So it starts to become more tangible, bro. And now as I'm moving through it, I'm like, I am taking ownership of it. I'm like, dude, I do this. I get paid to do this. I carved out something that I wanted, and I just keep on building, and It's gonna work, bro. The fire is gonna light, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. So it goes back to those questions I asked you. Is it's like, yo, what's something that you've done that your younger version of yourself would be proud of? Because remember, when you have that anchor, you can go back to it and be like, yo, I'm on to something. And that version of me who set out to do something would be proud, because that version is keeps building off of it. Yo, what's up with this background noise, bro? God. I'm gonna fix my streaming setup, guys. I'm gonna fix my streaming setup. But everyone talks about the dream, and a lot of people, it's hard to see it when you're on the beginning side of things and you haven't crossed the street yet. And then everything and everybody in between is just like, oh, well, you know, success and blah. A lot of us spend time chasing the dream, but we never stop to ask what happens when we finally catch it. Because nobody talks about that part. Everybody talks about getting there. Everybody talks about achieving it, accomplishing it. But nobody talks about what happens after you come back home. Nobody talks about continuing the journey after you've already experienced the thing you spent years working towards. The one thing I kept telling everybody on the trip, yo, guys, look where we are. Like, we're in Africa, bro. Like, there was not a day I was just like, guys, looking out into the bushland. Like, we're in Africa, bro. We're photographing wildlife. We're taking videos. Like, we are doing something that most people in their lives will never, ever do. A very small percentage of this world will do that. Let alone drone these damn animals. Like, let alone the opportunity for this is so rare. And you're with yours truly. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, dog. Come on. Like, not only did you accomplish something insane, you were accomplishing it with moi. Just saying. Just saying. Like, we're doing something most people only dream about. And I'd always be like, yo, just take a second and take it all in. And like I said, the days kept going. When you're enjoying yourself, time moves so fast. The last day comes and everyone's like, we got to leave already? And I'm like, I told you to take it all in, man. Told you to take it all in. Sheesh. And I'm guilty of something, though. I'm guilty of something, and it's rushing through these moments. Experience or thinking about what's next, spending so much time like, oh God, what's next? Like, bro, I have so many stories in my hard drive, as you heard, start back up. But I'm consistently thinking about, yo, what's next, bro? And that's something I'm dealing with this year, is that I'm actually going through the process of going through these vlogs. I'm going through these things, and I'm like actually producing. I'm like, oh my God, I got gold for days, and I'm not mining it fast. I'm not mining it. I got gold for days, though, because I'm thinking about tomorrow rather than just being present. Shout out to Sean. I said, A desert racer that I met in Vegas was just like, yo, the present is called the present because it is a present to us. I was like, you know what? This sounds like a hippie ass answer, but Sean ain't wrong, bro. Sean is not wrong. He is not wrong. These moments only happen once. You got to take it all in while you're taking it all in. And that's the hardest part. Because if you don't, you're going to miss them while they're happening. That version of me 5 years ago would give anything to stand where I'm standing right now. And I look back at him though, and I'm like, yo, thanks for pulling that trigger, bro. Metaphorically, guys. This is YouTube. YouTube chill. I love you, YouTube, but sometimes you be on some BS. Metaphorically pulling that trigger, swiping that credit card, and saying, "You better go all in. You're gonna figure it out." I say thank you to that gentleman from 5 years ago, because now I'm in this office. I got a Himalayan salt lamp behind me. I got a mic in front of me to talk about my experiences. All because I was just like, yeah, I'm about to buy this drone. I'm about to buy this drone. So, one day, today's dreams becomes tomorrow's memory. Because dreams are real, progress is real, growth is real. But life keeps on moving. Damn, life keeps on moving. So, I think that's the end of my stream. I only had a short moment to talk. I definitely hear Azrael asking me to come downstairs. Hear him. One day that boy's gonna talk. He's nonverbal right now, but that's right now. One day he's gonna talk. And he's gonna be like, hey! So he hears me talking right now. I hear him coming down the steps. So I hope this message resonates with you guys. And yeah. Hope you got something from it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I appreciate you so much for joining me on my little talk, but I'll see you next time, all right? I'll see you next time. So keep on going, keep on appreciating, and keep on moving forward. You want to say what's up to everybody? You want to say what's up? Come say what's up. Say what's up to everybody. No, boy, wave at the camera. You're not waving at the camera. Look. Wave at the camera. You're not looking at the... What? You're not even saying nothing. All right. Okay, we're going to go... Okay, we're going to go play video games now.